Right, I'll bring up the YouTube chat bin on the screen.
Hello, Tommy's in as well. Hello,
Yeah.
Tommy.
G'day, Tommy.
You know what, guys? When I'm setting up a stream for StreamYard, and
Yeah.
you're sitting there on YouTube waiting, you're just going to have to wait. Hey, it's as simple as that. I'm not rushing because someone's sitting in the chat going, hello, echo, echo, echo. Well, I'll give you the link to come into the voice and you choose not to. So don't push my buttons.
Here we are, 90 by 90. There you are. Top chat, live chat. I'll be your earwig for the afternoon, buddy.
All right. I'll just sit there and shut up.
I want you to feel free of your obligations, Robbo, if you like. I'm volunteering my services. I'll tell you if I have to go. So we've got Sid's repurposing and we've got Tommy's workshop in the chat. Sid's just at work, mate, just saying g'day.
Geez, that's a bit crook, Sid, having to work on a bloody Saturday. I hope you're getting paid for it.
But he's getting paid well.
I don't know. Some government jobs don't pay for Saturday work because you're on a salary.
Yeah, true enough. Tommy says hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Boss is a bitch, Robbo.
Sorry, what's that?
Sid says the boss is a bitch, Robbo.
Oh, yeah, it hasn't come up on YouTube. Is a lot faster than the StreamYard one. Yeah. And I don't run the YouTube chat in the background.
Sid says she doesn't pay very well at all.
Oh, right. Jay, are you using a spindle gouge on that?
Bowl?
Oh, you're using a bowl gauge. Well, you're getting a bloody good finish off the tool.
Yeah.
Now that I've said that, you watch, you'll have a catch.
It's always the way. Every time I start getting proud of myself, getting some really good shavings, and I'm just start really enjoying the whisper of the skew, and just bang, catch, and that's it. I've lost it.
Yeah. Jeez. What have you been? You've been actually doing real labour, have you, Sid?
It's been cooking fish and chips for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Must have been on holidays.
If I remember something correctly, there's a bit of a discussion about Sid having the best fish and chip shops in the state.
No. Oh, in South Australia maybe, but not Victoria.
Yeah. That's why I went state.
Yeah.
I think most of us have got the best fish and chip shop in their area. One of those important things to find out very quickly when you move house.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry, I just got a text.
Yeah, I know that feeling. When I used to work for a boss, which was over 50 years ago now, nearly 50 years ago, I used to work harder on the weekend than I did, And Tommy's been practicing with the spiralizer. I'm assuming a texture tool, Tommy.
No, that's the skew. Tommy's been lifting his Looks like Effie's in the house. There we go. Yep, Effie's here.
Good day, Effie. How are you? still looking for a man?
Yeah, no, Tommy's confirmed it's definitely the skew.
Yeah.
I read things out for Jay's benefit more than anything.
Well, they must all be going out shopping in your place there, Justin.
It's never ending, mate.
Yeah, it's funny. We've got 480 sand truck movements a day down the highway here.
So you said,
and I don't hear them. All right, see you later, Sid.
There's it.
Yeah. Look, I've learnt not to hear the exhausts.
Yeah.
And even the birds outside. I love the sound of the birds, but they don't distract me.
You wouldn't like it at the moment. As I said, our flowering gums come out, and all the lorikeets from 3,000 kilometres come away, I think, come find our place, and they're noisy and they fight and carry on.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You reckon it's all the baby birds out there looking for territory and scrounging for food and whatnot?
I don't know.
Tommy says it's mine. Sorry. Yeah.
Go on. I was just about to say the same thing. Bugger that.
Tommy says it's -4 outside, and I'm sitting here with my sun hat on. Yeah, it's going to be 30 here today, Tommy. So I'm not looking forward to this weekend. I do not like the heat.
No, I'm not a fan of heat much either.
What does that say? Stop waving it around.
90 degrees.
Almost 90 Fahrenheit. Whatever a 90 is. Whatever a Fahrenheit is. I don't speak American. I talk civilized languages. 35 degrees, says Effie. Whereabouts are you, Effie? Got to find a way to force a window to stay on top. Mississippi. So, all right, let's get into an interesting discussion. What is it about Americans? You ask anybody in the world, whereabouts are you? And they'll say, I'm in the Philippines. I'm in the UK. I'm from Scotland. I'm from Australia. Ask an American where they're from. They'll tell you what state they're in. They won't say they're in America. They just assume that everybody else in the world is in America too, and that we're going to know that. Or it's not. I don't mean any offense by that. I'm genuinely curious.
Good day, Mark. How are you?
Mark the gentleman. Good morning. If he said USA first.
How you going, Mark? USA first. What, for Corona?
No, she said USA before she said Mississippi. I must have missed it. Which is, my mistake. Sorry. And yes, he just heard a man say he made a mistake. Oh, sorry. Just getting a call from the missus. Won't be a second.
No worries. Mississippi's fairly humid, isn't it, Effie? Most of the time.
Hey, Effie, what do they call a hippie's wife? Mrs. Hippie. There's my dad joke for the day. All right, I'm going now. Yep.
All right, guys. I'm going to have to head off. Got some family things to take care of.
All right, no worries, Justin. Good to see you this morning.
Yeah, take it easy, guys. Sorry, I wish I had the morning to share, but yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
See you guys.
See ya. And Effie said she's made a lot of men make mistakes. I don't think I'm going to inquire further.
No, I wouldn't either.
Mark says the link you sent him isn't working.
It's the link I sent to everybody else, so maybe you're clicking the wrong link. It's the same link. It's the only link I've got.
And Dr. Bob's there as well.
Yep. I sent him the link too.
All right.
How you going, Dr. Bob?
Howdy.
Good day, Dr. Bob.
How you going, Dr. Bob? Hey, Mark, maybe you need to reset your messenger or something like that.
Bob, can you turn YouTube or whatever you've got in the background off, please?
I already have.
Good, right.
I was watching while I was supervising the young'un cooking dinner.
Oh, yeah.
So I was watching, but...
There you go.
Howdy.
Oh, yeah.
Good day, Mark.
Guys. Hey, Robbo, Bob, Jay,
Howdy, Mark.
Tommy, Effie. Hi, everyone.
How are you doing, Mark?
Yeah, not bad, thanks. How are you?
Oh, pretty good today. I had a bit of a medicine change. And it come to find out that because it bothered me because I was getting sleepy earlier and earlier. And it was a pill that I'm supposed to take with my evening meal. So and it's a new one, replacement. And I called the pharmacist at the VA and told him. He said, before midnight, before you go to sleep, take it. When it says at mealtime, we don't tell you what time to eat. So I can take it before I go to bed, and I just fall asleep naturally. But before,
Oh.
wow.
So what's Jay making then?
I'll let Jay answer that.
Well, that makes a change. Just a small bowl.
Cool.
And then I've got another piece that I might try maybe a dripping corner bowl or something, something really small.
I got a new toy to play with today.
Oh yeah. Oh, gonna burn
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
Nice.
It's odd because I got one today from, I don't even know who. It just said a friendly turner. And I was surprised.
I didn't think there were any such thing as friendly turners.
No. We're all miserable.
Yeah.
It was a Christmas gift wish because on my account, well before Christmas, I was keeping a list of things that I wanted. If people wanted to see if there was something, for a present or something, they could look it up. And I had put that way back in June as being one of the items I'd like to use. That's what I got for Christmas.
Tommy says all turners are friendly.
I have found that to be generally the acceptable truth. I think we have something all in common, is that we're artisans.
So that makes us temperamental.
Well, yes, that too, but also you want to share your art and ideas, and part of an artisan is they try to help others become better, point out little things that can help you grow, like not grinding a tool down to the nub the first year.
Yeah.
Because everyone tells you what angle it should be, and you get up and go grind it to that, and then 2 days later someone tells you something different, or they call it something different, and you end up grinding the same tool down again because it's not the one it should have been. And a friendly turner tell you the difference. Now, how's your family doing, Mark?
Same as ever.
Okay, good.
Does Marley still come around and help you, Mark, or not?
No, because we've had a bad spike.
Oh, right.
Here at Bude and in the area. So we're all in lockdown. Marley's not in my fan bubble, so he can't come round.
Yeah, I see. That's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah, it is, because the workshop's in this state. No, I've got my workshop apprentice to sweep up for me.
No, mine was the same for 6 months. We're in lockdown for 6 weeks altogether. But prior to that, we still had restrictions and that, and I really couldn't be bothered. And it took me 4 days to finally get everything back together again when I decided to clean it up.
I mean, that the downside is the workshop's messy, but the upside is at least I can find everything because I know where I've put it.
Yeah.
Because whenever he comes around, bless him, he's got a heart of gold. He tidies up. And then I can't find anything for a week.
Well, at least you can tell you don't have any senility yet, because that's when you forget where you put stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
Either that, or they clean it each time to make sure it's put back where they remember it. I cheat. I take a picture of everything where it goes. Not that I've senility, but I've often, well, whatever. It's part of age. It's also good for insurance purposes.
Yeah. No, well, pretty well everything in my place has a place, because if anything happens, I like to be able to just grab something straight away, know exactly where it is.
Oh, I agree.
The thing I don't get is I'll put something down, and I think to myself, why don't I ever put something down in the same place?
Yes.
Because like if I'm stood at the lathe and I've got the table saw behind me, right? So I'll have the gouge in my hand. I'll put the gouge down on the table saw, but I don't do that. I'll put the gouge down underneath the lathe, or I'll put the gouge down on the work table the other side of the lathe. But I always turn around to the table saw, and then I'm surprised that the bloody gouge isn't there. I was like, it's my own fault.
Yes. Yep. No, these are the things that disappear the most in our workshop. Pencils.
Pencils, yeah.
There's pencils and tape measures. There's a pencil fairy, I reckon, that as soon as you put one down, it decides to move it on you.
Well, if you've looked at my Facebook page, you find that my easiest way of keeping track of stuff like that, rulers, honing stones, stuff like that, and the remote controls, I stuck magnets on them. Super glued them to magnets, and they just sit on the headstock or attached to it. That way I know where it's at.
And my problem is that I got too many layers that could be stuck on anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's when you put in voice control. Like I have for my air compressor and the shop heater and stuff like that. That way, if I want to go and have it warmed up, I can do that ahead of time. But
Tommy's workshop says
voice control, turn everything off.
Tommy's workshop says pencil, tapes, and 10mm spanners and sockets. Yeah, that's right. Nobody's ever got a 10mm spanner.
I know exactly where mine are.
Oh, you've got them all then.
And if I'm using them, it always goes in the back pocket.
I think the only two things I always know where they are my diamond card and my centre punch. They're always in the back pocket of my smock.
Yeah.
It's just where they live.
Yeah. The only problem is that I haven't had it happen, but I've had friends talk about it where I keep the diamond card in the breast pocket of the smock. I can just grab it. But you got to remember to take them out before you put them in the washing machine.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah. But I have found a very good way of cleaning my diamond card up. I use an eraser all the time on it, a white plastic art eraser to clean the metal out of it. But I found that when I do dishes, just drop it in the silverware basket and it cleans it but good. It leaves nothing behind.
And face shields, about every 3 months, face shields go into the dishwasher as well. And Tommy says, but then I just leave it at home. Yeah, that's a disadvantage of that we used to have. My workshop used to be about 3 miles away from where we used to live. And I'd be doing a job at home, and then I'd find that I'd left the bloody things that I needed at work at home, and vice versa, That's why I very rarely work on site these days, because for that reason, that half the stuff you want, you've never got.
Well, you got it, but you can't remember where.
No, well, it's always in the other.
Again.
It's in the other place.
Yeah. I'll tell you a good trick, if you've never heard it, on face shields. To use a dryer cloth, the paper ones that are to make your clothes smell fresh and be fluffy and take the static out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use that on the inside of your face shield, and just rub it in and use that to polish it up. And all of a sudden you'll find it won't fog up on you.
Oh, I shall try that.
Yeah, no, any anti-static cloth will do the job.
Yeah, but the dryer one's the cheapest ones you got around, and I use it, and I have a plastic sandwich bag I put it in to keep it from, what do they call it, evaporating, but there's a better term for it when it's a gas.
You know, Jay, for a crummy little bit of pine, that's come up quite nicely, actually.
It's got some beautiful grain in it, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Pine always does, and everybody rubbishes the hell out of it. But I figured it draws water up from the ground. It needs soil to live. It's got leaves. It's got bark. Must be a tree, so why not turn it?
Yeah.
And I must admit, pine has put my kids through university and everything else.
I have never seen a pine tree with a leaf, only needles.
Oh, well, needles, you know what I mean. Don't be so bloody, don't be so bloody pedantic.
But you got the point. You got the point.
Yeah, there's a point on there. There's lots of points on there. What's your point? Oh, come on, Dr. Bob, at least crack a smile. What the hell?
Oh, I am. I mean, that's been an old gag for a long time.
I know. Yeah.
And of course, they're deciduous. But there's a lot of things with the trees with needles.
You'd never guess walking through a pine forest that they weren't deciduous because the needles get everywhere and kill everything underneath them.
Well, here, according to our president, you're supposed to take your broom and sweep the forest so they don't burn. Problem is that they, at least because of the winters and that, in the northern part, the needles, once they get wet, when they fall, they get wet. They
have a freight train.
They end up creating a nice mulch that's good for the tree as a fertilizer.
Yeah. Like our gum trees are supposed to be evergreens, but they drop 5 ton of leaf litter a year, the average mature tree.
I keep meaning to bring in my tree book so I could look them up to know what they look like. I have that in my shop, and that's where I keep my bookshelf with all the turning stuff there, or my bedroom. My bookshelf in the bedroom is pretty full of them.
All my turning books and everything are just above my head up there, plus various other things that I'm interested in as well.
What's your other hobby or hobbies?
Well, the other half of the business is actually repairing and building motorhomes.
Oh.
I'm going to be a little bit immodest here. I'm not an expert, but I'm fairly, very, very familiar with low voltage solar power, like 12 volt solar power for making vehicles self-sufficient.
Nice.
So can you mount some solar panels to the roof of my car then?
I can do that, but why? It's no use.
Mount them to the roof, to the sides.
You've got an alternator in the car that does the same job.
I'll take the motor out. Put an electric motor in there.
Oh, you couldn't put enough solar power on the roof of a vehicle to power it with an electric motor.
I'll go Flintstone style, hey?
No. Well, the one thing that this summer that, as far as I know, didn't happen was the solar power competition between all the major universities in the
I
world
think the
that go
train's going a
on
bit
from
slow today.
Australia.
Can't see
Sorry,
it.
Bob.
Oh, whatever. Am I interrupting something?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I'm allowed to, aren't I?
yeah.
Go about your business.
No, let's talk about the solar car competition that major universities around the
Oh, yeah.
world have
They do that here
compete
too.
in. That's in Australia. It's held in Australia because you got the most sun
Yep.
of
Yeah, well,
any part in the world.
they actually have a big race every year
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what he's
that
talking about.
goes from Alice Springs to Adelaide.
That's what he's talking about, Robbo.
Yeah.
I like watching it. They do YouTube videos on it, plus the different universities. Years and years ago, when they were first talking about solar power, the first solar power competition that was held in Australia, the University of Michigan Automotive Research Lab participated in, courtesy of Ford Motor. And I knew all the members on the team because at that time the Radio Shack Model 1 computer had just come out and we were doing development on it, putting some higher level languages and some other things to make it so it made it a cheap workstation uh, for more students to be able to do their preliminary work and upload it to the mainframe because it costs a lot of money to connect by the minute. So if you can do it and test it on a little cheap computer, your software, and then upload it and have it run on the big one, it saves a ton of money. That was my argument, and I got the job to do that. But at the same time, that little computer did a lot of things, and it actually was the controlling computer for the University of Michigan solar car. But it simply took a lot of sensors and printed the stuff out, and they used it in the chase car. But that's one place I just couldn't weasel my way into to come down there as part of the University of Michigan solar power because it wasn't recognized internationally yet.
Tis now.
Oh, it is. You can find every year's competition on YouTube, and by multiple uh, countries. You know,
Yep.
but they'll have how their team did, but there's one that's an overall one that's I don't know who sponsors it every year, but it has all the different team members and what they do, and it follows them. It pays for the helicopter, the chase copter, and all that to do a real good documentary.
See you later,
I was
Tommy.
watching that.
Yeah. All right. See you later, Tommy.
Thanks for coming in, Tommy. Take it easy.
I'm just wondering where you're going to put the pillow on that, Joe. Looks like you were putting it to bed. Yeah, I know what you're going to use.
It's too lazy to clean the bed off. So
No,
what's that? A drape?
no,
A
just
towel?
towels over the top. Must admit, I do the same thing when I'm having to lacquer on the lathe. Otherwise, you get a big build-up of crud on it.
Yep. Yeah, I've got a drape I use on mine for that.
Yeah, I missed Steve's live this morning. I came in right at the tail end of it, just as you were leaving this morning, Mark.
It was very good. He had over 120 people in.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it was good life.
Mark,
Martin's really.
you ever do any airbrushing?
I haven't,
Right.
but I'm planning on getting an airbrush kit on Monday.
Ah,
So
I
I'm
got
going to
I
start.
got one. Got one for Christmas.
Yeah, I've got
Along with
I've
Josana paints. Got a kit of them to go with them, and an airbrush cleaner and a
Nice.
bunch of stuff.
yeah, with the
And,
Joe Sonias, all you need is water to clean the guns out.
Yeah.
But
yeah, with it,
no,
it all came in a big box.
Yeah, I've got about 6 or 7 airbrushes, I think. I don't use them very often these days, but I used to use them a fair bit.
Never have, so it's a new experience for me. So that's why I keep watching all these online classes to help.
Yeah, we used to apply makeup sometimes with the airbrushes.
Yeah, for theater.
Yeah.
Do you use masks?
No, they're all water-soluble stuff, so it was mainly to
No, I
put on.
mean putting a mask on, like a lightning bolt mask that sticks to the cheek, and then you can spray around it when you take it off.
Yeah, stencils and things like that, yeah.
Yeah. Here in theater, they're called masks.
Yeah.
They're masking part of the skin or whatever.
I know we've turned people into Nubian slaves and various other things.
I was always the techie, the lighting and the special effects stuff. I loved it. I remember watching the fire marshal during a play while I was in high school go out of his mind when I used a flash pot.
Well,
you need a permit, you need a license, you need this, you need that. Well, he didn't come to rehearsal, and we asked him to. And then he looked at how it was set up with it being in an asbestos lined box, because that's when asbestos was all right.
Yep.
With a screen over it.
We used to have, there was one particular play we did, I forget what it was, but we had something like 40 or 50 candles on the stage, and we had to have the fire brigade standing by.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn that light on, Joe. It's much better. Oh,
you just
g'day,
turn
John
the
S.
light off.
Yeah, I know. Turn it back on again.
Hi, John.
Bloody hell, mate.
That's
You
better.
gonna pay my power bill or what?
Yeah.
No, I'll swap you if you like, though.
Yeah, no worries. Like hell.
You got a PayPal account?
Thanks for that, Effie. I've been wondering how Billy Burt was going. Effie says I've got to go take a nap before Indiana Jones comes on tonight. Billy Burt went home from hospital today. Oh, that's good. I'm glad about that.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, it's good news.
I like Indiana Jones movies too. I think they're very
No. It's a lady that does a live. She's a crafty lady.
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought she was talking. Yeah, I thought she was talking about. I thought she was talking about Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford.
No, she's doing a bit of wordplay, you know.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Young Indiana Jones series?
No.
While he was a kid? Oh, they're great. They're like 12, 13 one-hour programs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's someone that liked Indiana Jones someone that liked Indiana Jones and thought I can write something to, for that. It was okay.
I'll
I
send
didn't
you.
watch them all.
You can look it up on YouTube because they carry them. It's Young Indiana Jones,
Oh yeah.
and there's like 3 seasons of them. They had them on here as a weekly for a season. Excellent programming. It was done after the movies, 3 movies, and then they started doing these. So it fills in when he was a kid and how he got to meet a lot of people, like he met Van Gogh as a kid, as a teenager, or you sit there and, boy, that would have been neat to do. And he just stumbled into it. And they show the people that he meet are all real people, and everything is fact checked. It's just that he was never there to do it, but the story around it is factual.
How you going, John? Sorry. Oh, forgot. We'll give it another
Yeah.
5 or 10
Thanks, Evan.
minutes. Let this dry.
Thanks, Effie. Yeah, my mistake. See, another male that admits when they're wrong.
Oh, you're in trouble now.
Yeah, no. Being married with children, you find out very quickly that you're always wrong.
Hang on, Jonathan.
Howdy, y'all.
G'day. How are you, Sarge?
I'm good. How about y'all?
That's good.
Right, Sarge.
Can you hear me good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've become the air traffic controller now.
Cool.
It's a piece of pine, John.
Oh, don't tell him. Oh, bloody hell. I was going to say, he put, what wood are you making? How do you make wood? That's what I was going to ask him. How do you make wood? Bloody hell.
I love the fluoro green earmuffs there, Sarge.
Thanks. Yeah, I needed something that I could wear in the shop and kind of minimize the noise, but also be able to play music or talk on the phone. Or when summer comes, go out and bush hog, and I don't have a migraine when I get done. So, howdy, John, Effie, Mark. Good. I see that you're in there. Panel. Tommy.
Tommy's just gone.
Right.
I'm just going to make a cup of tea. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Dr. Bob, how are you?
Good. Are those headphones that Our commercial use for noise. I've seen some advertised for that.
It's the Walker headset that's Bluetooth, and I mean they sell them at the uh, farming and ranch store for like arborist or whoever.
Right.
So maybe.
I think somebody wants their treat for the night, Dr. Bob.
Yeah. Let me go get him his treats.
John S. wants to know what you're making, Jay.
Just a small bowl today,
I'll get you a treat.
and maybe a winged bowl after. We'll see how we go. It's it's 36 here at the moment, so, and it's only 10:45 in the morning. We'll see how the
It
heat-
seemed like you started
Yeah,
pretty
that's what
early
he wants.
on our time.
Yeah, I was going to start it earlier. I was going to start it 2 hours earlier again, like at 7 o'clock in the morning, but couldn't be bothered getting up that early.
Yeah, I've been looking at getting something like that for the shop for myself, so I can answer my phone. Will it link to two different Bluetooths simultaneously, or do you know?
I don't know, and I haven't tried yet.
Because a lot of headsets do. That way you can listen to music, and if the phone rings, it sets a priority up, and it overrides and turns the music off
Right,
while you answer the phone.
right.
But that's part of Bluetooth 5. If they support 5, they'll support that.
I just threw the box out in the burn pile.
Another one?
I know since I got them just a couple days ago, most of the time if I'm listening to music, it's the Pandora off my phone anyways.
Yeah. And that'll switch automatically.
Right. I don't know if it will do it off of any other Bluetooth.
Yeah, 5 lets you. It's like you can be watching TV with Bluetooth and have your phone is connected at the
Right.
same time. So if the phone rings, you can pick up TV or the stereo if you're around the house, whatever. They run what, $50 to $75?
Yeah, I think I got mine for about $45.
Yeah.
The only downside to them is that they're takes 3 AAA's. But I did go get rechargeable batteries and rechargeable a charger for them.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll work. At first, I had just gotten a little small bud set that hangs around your neck that's Bluetooth. And my wife's like, "Why did you just got that? Why are you getting these too?" I was like, "Well, they're for different applications because I can't really justify wearing these in the truck while I'm driving down the roads. They minimize too much noise."
Oh, yeah. Well, here in Michigan, you'd get a ticket
Right,
because it's an ear muff.
right,
But if you've got a Bluetooth, as long as one of them's out of your ear, but that's, if you get pulled over, you take one out of your ear.
right.
But the problem is you can't hold the phone and talk while you're driving here without a big ticket.
Right.
So Bluetooth is the only way you can do it, whether it's a Bluetooth single bud earphone or Bluetooth built in the vehicle.
Right.
It's also illegal in Australia. You're not allowed to talk on the mobile phone while you're driving.
Even if it's built in the car
What was that?
stereo.
Go on,
No,
what are you
you
going
can
to say?
you can do it in a. You can use Bluetooth on the car radio, yes, because that's hands-free, but you cannot hold a mobile phone in your hand while you're driving, and even being parked. Jay, get the handle around a little bit towards you, so as you're rubbing the bevel on the cut. Otherwise, it's going to skip back on you like nothing on earth.
Looks like he's
I'm
grinding the ever-loving out of that one.
I'm glad to see that you are actually going to turn a bowl without drilling a bloody hole down it.
So, Sarge, what have you been doing today? Any scrolling?
No, I didn't get on the scroll at all. It's a little nippy in the shop, but I've been having to run errands all day, and we've been looking into getting basically a heat pump for our house, because right now we got central air that's about shot, and outdoor wood furnace that works when it wants to. So we're trying to get rid of both of them and get that. So we've been having people coming over and looking, getting quotes and stuff. So.
You got a lot of sunshine? Supplement a solar panel or two?
Yeah, I've thought of that too. I just haven't gotten down that road yet.
One thing that here in Michigan, some time ago, they made it so the utility companies have to buy back what you don't use. So if you get a solar panel, and then there are companies who will put the solar panel up and maintain it, but they keep the buyback.
No, yeah.
The money.
Yeah.
But you get the electricity.
Right.
Which isn't bad. There's a lot of people, I know rural people, several friends have their whole roof covered and pays their electric bill, plus they get the electricity for nothing.
Jay, before you go too deep, trim off that edge to get it flat first. Otherwise, when you get down further, you won't have any rigidity in it and you'll just break. Mark's gone to sleep, I think. Oh, no. No, there's movement at the station there.
You must be reading something interesting.
No, you know what he's doing, don't you? I know exactly what he's doing. He's taking a leaf out of Jamie's book.
Yep, exactly. That's what I was about to say.
I haven't got the skills for that.
Well, I did find out my bank in town, the loan officer, he'll give me a loan for whatever I need to get it all switched over. But then I also found out that the co-op here will do the same thing, but we'll do it at a lower percentage on the interest. So I may look into that. I might as well. I work for him.
Well, that's right.
Yeah. And even if you work for it, it could be you get a better deal.
Right.
Well, co-ops have generally got lower interests than what banks have anyway.
Yeah.
that's pretty universal, I think.
Yeah, co-ops and then credit unions too.
Yeah. I haven't dealt with a bank for 32 years. We've been in a credit union all that time.
Yeah. I'd say the last credit union I was with was Navy Credit Union, Navy Federal.
Yep.
And then, of course, I had an ex-wife that stuck me, so can't get that again. I might be able to now, but
Funny, that seems to be a common theme. My ex-wife got into me too.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I got one of those.
I had two of them that just ran me out. I've only recently, within the last few years, gotten back on my feet enough to be able to get a loan.
Yep.
Without having my daddy co-sign for me or something.
Yeah. No, it's they don't. Some people just do not realise how hard it is to get started again. I tell you.
Oh yeah.
Amen. But I've been hit 4 times in the past 20 years. And it's really hard.
Yeah.
I had someone clean out my bank account within 48 hours before had good credit and all, but they just kept extending it because they knew I was good for it.
Yeah.
And I ended up spending, before I got notified by the bank, I was overdrawn by $5,000. And they were going to extend it. They just wanted to make sure that they knew I was at my limit and the interest rate would be higher.
Right.
What interest rate? Someone stole my identity. Totally.
Yeah. Just check your depth there, Jay.
What was that?
Check your depth. How long's the flute on that chisel?
Not very.
Right. That's what I'm working off. So. Yeah. All right. Keep going.
Yeah.
No, he's trying to make a lampshade.
Yeah, I'll make it super thin, all right?
Now
Hello, Mini-Me.
that I would like to see.
Yeah. I seen videos of people doing that. I'm like, holy moly.
Or a cowboy hat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, done all of that.
Yeah, what I hate with our credit bureaus here is that even though, like when I got hit pretty bad without knowing it, I was on the road yet, that quote, my wife withdrew the money and when I went shopping, and the card was from my wife, and bought jewelry and a boat trip to Thailand for her and me, and a bunch of cell phones for myself and my 4 kids. And I kept saying, I've never been married. Well, according to this, you are. That they don't want to go eating at that time it was about $4,000, $5,000 worth. And when all the stuff came back, it was over 12,000. All phony.
No, I had to work 5 jobs for 2 years to get myself out of the crap.
Well, the blessed thing for me is the fact that what the places that the people who stole my identity went
What you do?
had video cameras most of the time, so they videotaped or recorded the transactions, the big ones. Like I bought 4 cell phones for myself and my kids in San Francisco, and they had pictures of me. Unfortunately, the person that did it wasn't white. And the woman and the 2 kids that got the cell phones, top of the line, and they had a driver's license, had my name on it and everything, and they just compared the pictures and they ran it through and it ran. And
Yeah,
within 20 minutes, I mean, I'm a wonderful fast person. 25 minutes later, I was in Los Angeles buying cruise tickets. But at that time, I'd changed color. I was a different race. You know, when people kept saying the credit bureau, no, this is you. We have this, and here's a passport. No, we got pictures of this. And I said, that's not me at all. Oh, yes, it is. We got pictures. And then they bring it up. Well, I'm not Hispanic. I don't speak Spanish, and that I don't know anything about it. And but the transaction was all done in Spanish in San Francisco. And how did I get from being one color to another race within 35 minutes? Even a Learjet can't do that.
Maybe you're on the Concord.
Didn't want to give me the money back. It took a long time for me to get it, stopped. They turned the card off, but by then I was almost 20 grand in the hole.
Yeah,
and it was all done in 3 days.
Justin, yeah, you're quite right. We're lucky to have a bank. Justin says that we're lucky to have a bank that tells us if there's any suspicious activity immediately and blocks the transaction. The same with our credit union, Justin. I got a phone call one day and said, "Oh, there's been some suspicious activity on your card, Robbo." And I said, "Oh yeah, what's that?" There's a $400 transaction gone through in Oslo in Norway. And I said, "Oh, really?" I said, what was it for? It's some jewellery shop or other. I said, "Oh, I suppose I better let it go because Julie's over there at the moment. If I block it, I could be in deep trouble."
Well, this was about 15 to 20 years ago, and the banks at that time just didn't do anything like that. Thank goodness.
No.
They do it now, because I've been hit a couple times from stolen identity, and now it pops up on my phone before it is even cleared.
Yeah, no, my identity's not worth stealing.
Well, when you go from having
Hey, guys, Blair.
AAA,
Hi, gentlemen.
all of a
G'day,
sudden
Blair.
it goes down to negative. Hey,
Howdy, Blair.
How we all doing tonight, today, this evening, this afternoon,
Wherever.
wee hours of the morning for Mark?
Yeah, up past midnight here. How are you, Blair?
I am tired, but very glad I'm off of work and able to hang out with such fun-loving people as you.
Whose life have you been in, Charles?
Jay,
Come on,
that
don't
thing
be
you're
like that.
turning,
Yeah.
that has beautiful rings on it. Look at that.
Yeah, not bad at all.
It's nice grain.
We're just counting the minutes until he makes a funnel.
Yeah.
No funnel here.
Yeah.
No, he keeps checking it.
You have to buy it now, Dr. Bubba, right? If it turns into a funnel, you have to buy it now that you said it.
Everybody well?
Good, thanks.
Yep.
Yep, I'm okay.
Good.
Yep, I'm good.
Yeah, I got a call today from the Veterans Administration scheduling for the vaccine. Since I don't drive, haven't got a car, they have a mobile nurse that is going around in our community, or contact one that does it, and they're going to let me know when. And I say, hey, I'm here all the time. Call me. My phone's in my hip pocket. So I don't know when, but within the next 10 days.
Well, good luck with that.
That's
I keep
good.
hearing bad stories, but you never hear the stories of the good ones. So,
Yep.
Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, that's a good mic because it's all the way up. It's not next to my mouth.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
And hello, young lady sitting on Sarge's shoulder there.
That's Monkey Moo.
Hmm.
Monkey Moo!
Does she scroll yet?
She's gotten on a few times.
I'm going to start my first project tonight.
What are you going to scroll?
Oh, that's a beginner project?
That's beginner. That's about as easy as it gets. Well,
Where'd
I'm sure
you
it's
get that
pretty
from?
easier,
Where'd you get that from, Blair?
but I got it online somewhere.
Man, you need to go to Steve Good, Scroll Saw Workshop blogspot.com. I'll put the link in the comments.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was
cool.
about to say, put the link in the chat, Jamison. Put all the links in the chat for all the patterns.
Yeah.
Hey, John, thanks for the subscribe. Hope you find it interesting and leave some feedback, will you? That'd be great.
Oh, I forgot Shay's going live here in about 20 minutes.
Oh, that's right. Mark, you working on anything fun?
Yeah, I got a couple of things in the pipeline. New toy.
Fire, fire, fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also do creme brulee now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just
great,
practicing for the end of the month.
great for making crackling on pork too. It is.
Yeah.
Who's the turner that's obsessed with burning stuff?
Christos.
Atticus.
Anarchist, that's it. I couldn't think of his.
The Greek guy.
Mm.
There you go, Blair.
And
Thanks,
also, the English turner. Name's just gone out of my head for a minute. He likes setting the metho on fire when he's just wiped down a bowl.
Oh, Jimmy Clues.
Jimmy Clues, that's it, yeah.
I'm glad we don't have smell-o-vision because you just brain farted.
Matter of fact, Sarge, I think this is where I got it from.
Well, you didn't get one of the easiest ones. They don't look that hard, but you didn't get the easiest ones.
Has everyone eaten?
I haven't. I mean, that was 6 chicken breasts, so there ought to be plenty.
It looks like you've gone quite thin with that there, Jay.
Yeah.
2-3 mil, something like that.
Good. Well done.
He was just finishing it up when we went live.
Yep.
Look at
There
you.
you have.
Wow.
Wow, he got
Awesome.
himself a lampshade now.
What was that?
But,
Sand it? No, don't be silly. I'll sand a bloody hole in it.
You've had your treat.
How you going, Justin?
G'day, guys.
Hey,
Hi,
Justin.
What's going on, Justin? Chup?
Hey, mate, that's looking real good, Jay. Real good.
Yeah, did you see the light test I just did?
No, I missed it, mate. I was out in the thing getting the camera in.
All right.
So what have I missed? What's been happening? Oh,
Yes.
nice work. Oh, I like that. Mad skills.
That was mad skills. I haven't taken off a lathe yet. It might not make it yet. Anyway, Dr. Bob's already put his foot in it anyway. He's going to have to buy it if it breaks.
Right, guys, I'm going to have to love you and leave you.
No worries,
Right.
Mark.
Cheers,
Take
Mark.
it
Good to
easy.
see you, mate.
Take
get
care,
some
everyone. See you soon.
Hey, Mark.
Get some
Hey, well.
Cheers,
sleep.
buddy. Have a good one.
Boy,
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
now, should I be game enough to put this down there to smoothen off the bottom or what?
Well, you should be.
Yeah.
Just watch where you're going with it.
What's the worst that can happen? You make
Oh,
a giraffe
it's not there.
hole like mine.
Yeah. I'll just make another one. I got to. I've had the infamous call.
For lunch.
So, yeah. Justin, you quickly go back out in your shed and do something. Quick.
Sorry, mate. Nah, not today.
Yeah, I gotta go and do some
on.
stuff too. So
All
right.
I'm not going to leave. I'm not turning the live off, but I've got to go and have some lunch. So I'll be about like 5 or 6 minutes or something.
Yeah, no stress.
Make sure you breathe.
Yeah,
Breathe.
inhale.
No, I don't want to breathe. What do I want to do that for? Come on. You're
Oh,
ruining
wait,
the fun.
I forgot you have to breathe to inhale your food.
Oh, yeah. All right. You win. Fair enough.
I think I'm going to bug out. I'm going to go to Shay's here in a little bit.
yeah, all right. See you later, Sarge.
Yep.
So John says he just found Blair's channel and subs. He
Yeah.
doesn't turn, but he loves to watch.
They got a name for people like that.
I like to watch.
That's kind of creepy.
I can't remember what commercial I got that from. It's supposed to be Russian. I like to watch.
Yeah, KGB channel.
Blair, I'm about halfway around that hollow form. Putting the holes in it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see when it's done.
The bit that I switched over to is very, very aggressive. I'm really surprised.
Did you use that little shaft with the cone?
No, I switched it. It's a straight thin 3 mil with a spiral.
Okay.
Yeah, it's put cracks in it left, right, and centre, and I'm not sure I want to continue with it.
Yeah, I would probably stop.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need any more cracks in it for sure.
No. It's a pretty open grain bowl. I reckon it's pretty brittle, and it's very thin in the top.
You did a good job.
No, you did a good job. You saved it.
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
Blair beat me by about a nanosecond.
Yeah, I remember that. We were both shouting at you.
Yeah.
Stop!
Whoops, too late.
Because I'm doing it, and I can see it all happening in real time. And all I saw was a weird shaving drop onto the floor. That was it. That's all I could catch. I think, and Robbo and I were talking about it before we went live about frame rates on the video, and how the wood doesn't even look like it's moving sometimes, or it looks like it's just doing this, even though it's spinning at 1,000 RPM. And that's probably why you guys were able to see it so quickly and call it out, because the hole was almost just slowly turning instead of being completely visible. It was a good save. I'm glad. It's going to be a pretty bowl when it's finished.
Yep.
But I'll switch to that burr that you were just mentioning, and just slowly smack my way around.
Cool.
It's annoying. It's annoying going slow, but slow and safe, I think, is better.
So are you going to color it at all, or are you just going to keep it natural?
What I'm going to do, where the holes are, I'm going to colour the thickness of the timber, so that the top will be natural and inside will be natural. But I'll just blacken the...
Yeah, just use the texture colour.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to find it. It's pretty brittle.
All right, folks, I've got to go as well. So...
All right, Robbo. Good to chat with you as always, mate.
Catch you later.
Well, I guess we'll do a mass exodus, and I'm going to go eat something. So
I need to eat. I was called to dinner.
Yeah,
About an hour
that's that time, isn't it?
But well,
All right,
the
see you around,
13-year-old fixed dinner, and I got to go and tell him how good it is.
anyway, good to see you guys. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, take it easy. Catch you on the
Bye.
next live. Bye. Just shoot Jay a message, let him know.
Did someone else start a live or something?
No, everybody went out to have something to eat, mate.
All right.
Yeah. So I tried to call you as well, but mustn't have had your phone with you at the time.
No, I don't. I'm not one for carrying a phone. I don't really like phones, so I'm not really.
That's fair enough.
At all.
No stress.
Well, that's not very nice of them.
Man's got to eat.
Yeah. All right. I don't reckon it. Yeah. All right.
So I don't know if I want to keep it going up or not. Yeah.
They didn't get the excuse from Amber's book, so it's not legitimate. Sorry.
Sorry?
They didn't get the book. Amber wrote the book on excuses. I said they didn't get the excuse from Amber's book, so it doesn't appeal. It doesn't apply. Sorry.
Fair enough. I don't mind if you want to knock the live on the head and just stay here with you and me or what have you.
Nah, I'm not really that fast. I'm just going to get this bottom of this smoothed out a bit.
Yeah, no worries, mate. John says he's still here though, John S. So we've
Yes,
still got
how you going, John? What? Time for smoke, eh?
Time for smoke, yeah. I love that sound when you're touching thin wood. The ting, ting, ting. Give it a flick with your finger, mate.
Hey,
Give it a flick with your finger.
I don't want it to break. Is that what you want to hear?
Yeah, so
Sounds like
sexy.
plastic. Yeah, I'll do it with this. This is better.
Yeah.
Wood
Nice.
on wood. Hey, don't touch the sides, boy. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I touched the side of the tool. That's all. It was a bit like,
No, do not touch the sides.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm really even tempted to do any more work down there. It's not smooth, but it's not. There's no ripples or anything, so it's just a bit.
Yeah, 1 sec.
It's a bit punky down there because of the way the grain goes.
Yeah, yeah. And you're getting into, especially at the transition, you'll be getting a lot of end grain.
Yes. The only problem with this, I can't get that into the
Yep.
corner without that hitting the side.
Can you flip it over so you've got the long point right into the corner?
Yeah, the thought has crossed my mind before, but I don't know. I'm sure Robbo will come back in here and go, "What are you doing? Turn the tool around." I'm planning a trip to Victoria. I'll be staying at Robbo's house.
Oh, nice. Should feel privileged, actually. He doesn't usually have people over.
No, he knows how poor I am.
Yeah.
How you going, Eva? Yeah. He knows that I don't have much money, and if I do have the money to come over there, and most of it's going to get consumed in accommodation.
Yeah. Yeah. Having somewhere to stay is always a bit of a thing.
What's going on? I got it. Oh, okay. It's all right. Just someone sent me a message in Messenger, and I forgot what I originally sent them. And what's that? Oh, yeah. Oh, that. Don't mind me.
Oh, Blair's still here. He's just not on the camera, so that's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, gotta go. 1 sec.
There you go, Eva. I sent you a link. Yeah, he was. I went and grabbed some food, and apparently that's what everyone else was doing too. But they had to leave to do it, and they didn't come back. How rude. Just use that to get the dust out so I don't have to touch it too much. Alright, I might just start with 240 today, mate.
Sorry about that. Just got a lot
That's
going
all
on
right.
at the moment.
It's all good.
So Kat says she's going to go and start her computer. I gather that means she wants to come in live. Takes a few minutes.
Yeah, I'll send her a link.
Cool.
What happens when you're not hanging on to the top? Sandpaper. Yeah. What?
Almost there, she says.
Yeah.
Grain looks great.
And now she's telling me that's not the StreamYard link. Well, that's the link that I've sent. This is really starting to piss me off, to be honest. I've sent the same link to everyone that I've sent to you. You're not the first person either to say that the link doesn't work, okay? So I'm not having a go at you as such. It's just getting very fucking frustrating, okay? I don't use that word on my live, but I just did because that's how frustrating it's getting. Hey, go on, Eva.
Hello, Jay. I understand it's not me. Oh my God, is that a spalted ball you have next to you, Justin?
Yeah, that's my vase. I made that a while back.
Oh, I need to stop stuff here. I have. Oh dear.
Look what I did, Justin.
What have you done?
So, there's a chip there.
Bit thin,
Chip.
mate.
And on the exact same side, I think it's where the grain is ending. It's chipped away a little bit there too.
You know what? The link I got, Jay, it was to your YouTube channel, not to StreamYard. That was the fun bit.
Oh, I don't know why.
Yeah, well...
It ends with F2, doesn't it?
No. Doesn't. But it's okay. Never mind that. We don't need to go there. How are you guys? Hello, Justin, by the way. Nice to see you.
All's well. G'day, Eva. Nice to see your stationary image.
Yeah, you see a cat paw reaching down for the fishes in the fish tank.
Ah, yeah. That's right. I remember.
That's what you get.
Yeah. All's well. You know, it took me a long time to figure out what that was.
Yeah, the real picture is actually the head of the cat.
Yep.
Looking at the fish. I took it when she sat on my fish tank and she was looking like she was communicating with the fish. And the fish were looking back. So now I just need to do my stuff here.
All right, so Eva, can you keep Justin company for a couple of minutes? I forgot to take my medication after lunch, and I have to go and take it.
It's okay. We can do that. I like the grain on the bowl he's doing today. It's absolutely lovely.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not certain, but I believe it's a bit of pine.
It looks a bit like a pine wood, but still not.
Just judging, I missed the conversation earlier, but just judging from what Robbo was saying about how he turns pine almost exclusively, you know, that a lot of people poo-poo it, but it's really actually quite a nice wood too, and it can be quite pretty.
Yeah, when it's a detail like that, when you can see the grain just like that, it's absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
It is. So the urn, is that what it's called? The picture next to you there.
Urn base. I think I'm not sure if an urn has to have a lid on it, but
no, they don't.
Okay.
Not in my book, at least.
I think urn is probably more of an accurate description of the shape than just a vase.
We call it that when they become that large and big. Then it becomes an urn, more or less.
Yeah.
It's the size, actually, in this case, I would say. But it looks big. It might not be big, and the shape. It's a bit urn shape.
Yeah, it is. It is quite large. It's about the heaviest thing I could have put on my lathe when it first went on.
Yeah, but it looks nice.
Thanks. Everybody remarks on it. I've got it sitting on the shelf.
Yeah, it looks almost like it's a little bit spalted, but I suspect that wood is just looking like that.
Yes. Yeah, it's a big burl, part of the at the base of the tree.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, I've got somebody in our wood turning group who is an arborist, and whenever he's got a whole bunch of wood from a job, contacts us and says, "Listen, if anybody's got a few dollars to throw at me, I'll drop by with the ute load full of pearls." And
ain't an arborist your best friend, the attorney friend, kind of like?
Oh yes, oh yes.
I would say so.
We've got I've got a furniture maker on the round. I'm a mail delivery man, and there's a furniture maker on my round who actually mills his own trees to make his own wood.
Yeah, but you get what you want to have if you make bespoke furniture.
Yeah, yeah. So
and that's what. I hope he takes a lot of money for them too.
He actually gives me the stuff that he would normally burn.
But I mean, when he makes his furniture, I hope he takes a lot of money for them because he makes them so special, one of a kind of stuff. Yeah. So they are unique, very unique.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very much so. He's always making something, and he does a lot of art installations for councils. So if the local government want to do something in the foyer of one of their buildings, or in a playground somewhere, he'll quite often make things out of timber for them. Very large scale stuff.
But ain't a burl actually just some piece of stem of the wood that got hurt in some point, and then the tree decided to mend it, and it becomes a little bit chaotic, and it becomes like this big, like a wart on a tree?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe it's a scar from an injury that's attempted to heal. Yeah.
Isn't it even an insect, a specific insect that does that, like a beetle of some sort?
I can't say.
That's activate the tree to go so ballistic with all the grains going to the right, left, above and under, and all the ways it can go.
Like a bit of a tree cancer.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what it is, isn't it? In somewhat.
Oh, somewhat. There's a lot of bark through it. There's a lot of voids and gaps. Now that it's had a few months to dry and settle into the humidity of my house, one side of it has actually come away a little bit.
It cracked?
So, yeah. So, but I don't want to put it back on the lathe to true it up, because I'm worried that I'll actually destroy it.
You do like the Japanese do then, with something cracked and destroyed. Then you add some feature and show off the crack, and that's that.
Yeah. For now,
reward the crack.
Yeah.
I think we have to stop being so sorry, Jay, bloody perfect. Things actually are cracked here and there, and there's also beauty in that.
Well, that's it. Wood's a natural product, and it does move. And
it's like in the leather business, since I'm a saddler at profession then. So you get hides with scars on, insects bite on, and all of that. And some people, they kind of like, I don't want to have that. I just want to have just the middle part of the hide where there's no insect bites or no scars, no nothing, no. Yeah, well then you go to Hermes and you buy your stuff from there.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They take one piece out of the whole skin and then they throw the rest out. Yeah. Or you can go buy fake leather. It's look all the same everywhere. If you want to have leather, then you're going to have, it's an animal, it's lived. And now it paid its price to us. It gets slaughtered. We eat the meat, and then we take care of the hide.
Yep.
And then you get what comes with it.
There's natural products, and I think a lot of us are turning back to nature and starting to appreciate the beauty and the variety that you get.
Yeah, but why does everything have to be just exactly the same? I'm so against that. I don't like that. I like diversity. I like when it's different. Hello, Nick.
G'day, Nick.
I actually woke up. I had a nightmare. There were 2 dogs and 3 cats. They were hunting my cat, and they sliced him to a meaty piece. I was so sad. I almost cried when I woke up. But it was just a dream, so.
The scariest thing about dreams is you can't tell that you're dreaming.
No, but it was so. It was so bloody, and I couldn't move. I was like walking in syrup, so I never reached there. Otherwise, I would kick the dogs and the cats and tear them apart bloody. Oops, sorry. Jay is not here, so.
Yeah, that's okay.
That was my witchcraft laughter.
You've gone to take your medication.
Well, sometimes word slips out, and you can't always kind of be accountable for that. They just slip out in a weird way. So, okay, Nick. Well, I can tell him myself actually. I think I can say bloody, but not the other thing that I said. But okay, he's just inside getting something he needed to get, so he gets back soon. Or he sits inside and watching us, and if we behave or something.
I'm behaving myself. You're behaving yourself. We're all right.
Yeah, I say we're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have a cat here. My other cat is sitting here and eyeballing me. I know your joke, Nick. I know that. You're a joker. You like to joke a lot. So, and was it more interesting to start lick yourself? Okay, let's do that then. Well, no, I'm not gonna help you. Oh well, Nick, that's part of your joking. I know you by now. I think, what if you could have done a piece of wood like that, what I have on the lathe now, and it looks like there's an earthquake over there because I can see how the lathe is moving. I don't think it does.
I think it's quite windy. I think it's the camera's probably rocking.
Yeah,
Portal
yeah.
Yeah,
probably. Hi, Portal. I'm so bad with names. I probably heard yours, but I totally, utterly forgot it. Sorry.
I'm very much the same. I read them and I call them as I see them.
Yeah, but sometimes I do learn names. Like I know that the Flaming Turner is Nick, so.
Yeah.
But that's because I know that just.
Yeah, well, it takes me a long time to pick up on that.
Me too. It's allowed in here to do that, I say.
But is it?
It is.
It is.
Hello, David.
Okay, g'day, David. Pleased to meet you, mate.
You sounded so Australian right now. Might it be because you are Australian?
There's a good chance that's why.
Mm-hmm. Might be.
When I relax, I tend to slip out with the accent a little bit.
Like I do, you mean then, with my Swedish accent.
I'm sure Jay won't mind me sharing. I'll drop the link in open chat for StreamYard if anybody else wants to jump in with us. And when he gets back, if he sees you backstage, he'll probably add you to the panel. We're pretty chill here. We just talk and
laugh,
yeah, share stories, tell jokes, pick on each other a little bit.
I actually was watching in the documentary about one of Sweden's very good speedway driver.
Okay.
I think he actually been to Australia for a year or so in 1972 to 1973 or something like that.
Yeah.
He's an English prisoner.
The word you're looking for is convict, Nick. You drongo.
Oh, you mean his ancestors? You mean his great uncle or something like that? Maybe not as many.
Yeah.
Yeah. We go on.
I do have convicts in my ancestry.
Well, if you're a true Australian, you should have.
Yeah. Yeah. One or two first floaters.
Yeah.
Depending on where you look.
But are they maybe 3 or 4 generations ago just or something like that? Or what is it? Oh, maybe 5?
Oh, yeah, closer to 5.
Sorry about
Welcome
that.
back, Jay.
Sorry
Jay.
about that. I had to make a
Hello,
deposit
Blair.
while I was there. Sorry.
All good, mate. Blair's back.
How you going, Blair?
Dave.
Oh, what room are you in right now, Blair?
I am in my new scroll saw room.
Nice.
But that is not out in the shed, is it?
It's not out in the shed.
It's not cold where you are.
It's not cold where I am.
You don't need the scroll saw in the shed.
He's like a butt monkey. He just repeats everything I say.
Does it get much dust? Yeah.
What's that?
Does it get much dust?
You know what? I haven't even tried it. I'm turning it on like right now.
Okay.
Can't you move the camera a bit closer so we can see it a bit better?
How you going, Blair? Sorry. How you going, Nick?
Yeah, Nick's here, and David from Portal Woodworks is in the room as well.
How you going, David?
Oh my God, you remembered that longer than 10 minutes. That was awesome. I didn't.
No, it's only because it's in text on the screen and I've got it there so I can look back. I cheat.
Oh my God, you're clever also.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's good. I like it.
Yeah. You can tell the workshop's brand new though because it's not filthy yet.
Right?
You got to fill it with crap and.
Yeah.
Got enough sling rack back there?
What is that black box on the right side? Other side.
Black?
On the saw. On top of the saw. Stop. Go in the middle.
Oh.
Yep, there. That's black. That's black. Oh, it's the light. Oh,
Work light.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. But you need to have a dust sucker to that too.
We're gonna see how much dust it actually puts out. I don't think it's
Are
gonna
you
be
in the
too bad.
basement on your house?
No, I'm right next to my bedroom. I'm in another bedroom.
Oh, you
Nice.
have such a big house, Blair.
I actually have a very large house that I really don't need.
So it's perfect to have an extra spare bedroom to put a scroll saw in then.
Right?
And a hobby
You
room.
should close the door though.
Why?
If you're gonna saw there now, the dust's gonna get out. Your wife's gonna get really sad.
We'll see.
I don't think it'll pump that much dust out, to be honest.
I don't think it does
does.
either.
It'll fall down the bottom anyway.
No, I'm not too sure about that. But is she home, by the way? Yeah, I would have guessed so. Otherwise, you would have closed the door because of the noise.
Nick says you need to buy a Sir Suckerlot 3000.
Everything is Sir Suckerlot.
It actually does have like a little port to put a little sucker on there, but I won't need it.
Running would be a pain too, wouldn't it? Really?
Are you starting to saying sucker because I call them sucker, or are they actually called suckers?
It's a vacuum.
Yeah, I thought so. So I always, because in direct Swedish translation from a vacuum, or what we say is dust sucker. Because that's what we say, but it doesn't sound as bad as sucker in your, because we would say dammsugare. You see, it's not as bad as saying dust sucker, because the word sucker is not as bad in Swedish. So
Right. Nick wants to sell you a Sir Suckerlot 3000 for £2,000, 1,800 American, I believe.
sorry for being so loud. Well, he
That's all right.
muted himself. He muted himself now. Oh, you're gonna. It's okay. You can start. I interrupted you there. Yes,
I was going to
but
ask you, Blair, with the scroll sawing work, do you find that the dust tends to fall straight down, or does it go airborne like it does in wood turning?
Straight down.
It depends where how windy it is in the room you sit, I guess.
Yeah, this just goes right down into my machine, and it falls on the table.
Yeah. Tell me what your wife say about that in a week when you're sitting there with the door open. Tell me where your wife think your dust is going.
Okay.
Yep, that would be interesting.
I don't think he'll have a problem.
You're trying to start a domestic here, aren't you, Eva?
No. I just think that the dust goes further than he can see, so it will show up on other, like the wooden part doors he have there into the cupboard or what he calls it. There will be dust in there, and there will be dust everywhere. But that's me.
I think unless you've got one of those boxes hanging from the roof, you're going to get that no matter what you do.
Yeah, I thought the little pipe was sucking it, actually, until I realized that it was blowing it away.
Yes.
But you need a compressor for it to work, don't you?
No, I believe they're hooked up to the machine itself. When it's activating, it just puffs.
Oh, yeah. Do you have one of them puffs on yours?
With each downstroke, it gives a little
Yeah.
I used to, and then I broke it.
Oh, Blair.
I know.
Was it a lovely little tube of some kind?
It was. It just had like a little flex tube on it, and had like the little end on it, and I could move it all over the place. And this machine fell off my bench, and that ended up breaking. So I never ordered another one.
Oh, bummer.
Can't you make a new one?
I could probably just get like a regular tube and do something with that, but
yeah,
I'm not real worried about it. I mean, I have a little puffer here.
It depends how much you're going to scroll. Of course, if you're going to scroll for hours, you're not going to want to sit there and poo all the time.
All it is just a...
Oh, you're a hardworking guy, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
It's okay. Well, you know what, Blair? You can do exactly what you want because you're going to do that anyway. So
that is exactly right. Unless, there is a smarter, better way to do it, then I will learn what that smarter, better way is.
What about a fish tank air blower? Would that be too noisy?
Yeah, that would probably work.
But don't they get too hot?
Well, they run permanently 24 hours a day.
But they run in water, so they get wet, so they have a self-cooling.
No, the blower itself sits in a cabinet underneath the tank usually.
Yeah, and it's water in it. The water goes down to it, and it filtrates. It's in the canister, and then it sends the water back up to the aquarium.
No, it doesn't.
You mean one? Yeah, I know. I have one of those.
Yeah, the bubble maker.
The bubble maker.
Can I ask a tuning question for a second, please?
Okay.
It's your channel. You can do whatever you want, buddy.
Yeah. There's with walls about a mil or two thick. Maybe not Yorkshire Grit.
Yorkshire Grit is a very, very fine abrasive.
Yeah, I know what it is, but I'm just saying, do you think maybe it's going to be too coarse for the inside and make it half its thickness, or?
No, I don't think it's going to be that thick.
I think it'll be fine, is what I was going to say. I was trying to give you a complete answer, That Yorkshire
Yeah.
Grit is only a fine abrasive. It's not terribly coarse, so you're not going to lose terribly much thickness.
Then I've got the microfine as well. I could try that instead. Maybe it might be finer, or it might be coarser. Maybe, I don't know.
Is it going to be a lamp?
Pressure.
Sorry.
So friction and pressure is going to be your concern.
Yeah.
Rather than the abrasiveness of the paste.
The softness of your hands will do all the work.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a lamp shade, Jay?
It might as well be.
I mean, if it's really thin. I've seen a lot of Swedish turners made lamp shades, kind of like cone shaped and.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine.
It's really nice grain in that one. Yep, you can see through.
There you go. Nick the Flaming Turner says the original is 1,000
Yeah, I've just
grit.
seen that. Yep,
Yeah.
Sorry, Justin. I've just seen that. That's what I said. Thanks, Nick.
All good.
Oh my God. Amber comes out with a donut. I think they're Middle Eastern or something like that make it.
What I might suggest you do. Oh, nice.
Ooh,
nice. That's half of it.
Oh, yum.
Jay, with the rim where it's cracked away at those two places, I'd be inclined to very gently, with the lathe on, just trim it down that much.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
So they get even, so you get them away.
Uh-huh.
And
I
then
was
just
thinking
round
about that, about how I could do that without it exploding on me.
Yeah, you're gonna have to hit it with just the right cut.
Oh, you were thinking of cutting it. I was thinking of sanding it off.
Well, that has potential to work. Just use your sandpaper and sand it down.
But that's because I'm not a turner yet, so that's why I come up with such a silly idea.
Not such a silly idea either, because knowing my luck, I'd explode. It would explode somewhere if I used the tool.
Yeah,
just from sheer vibration.
Yeah, just sand it really, really gentle, carefully.
You do want it rounded over too, because that'll make it less brittle.
Yes.
Nick say 120 should be.
Yeah.
Big enough for that. That sounds a bit coarse, but yeah, to you get it off fast with that.
No, I'm not doing 120.
I can't read what it says, but 429.
No, that's the brand.
600 grit. It's funny. It's called 600 grit, but it says P600. What does the P stand for?
Paper, I think.
Okay. Well, it's still confusing. Have you guys never thought about stuff like that?
Nope.
I think Blair can hear us. See how he... Yeah, he can hear us. I know you can hear. Keep going, Blair. We're watching you. Yeah, it's noisy. Yeah, good idea.
Just sounds like a sewing machine.
Yeah, those are noisy. Maybe that's why I got so much tinnitus lately, because I watched too many noisy woodworkers. So my ears go...
Hey, Eva?
Yeah?
Can you stop swearing, please?
Yeah, I will stop swearing. I did say one bad word.
Woodworking noise is not noise, it's pleasant.
I'm sorry, my ear doesn't think so. Oh,
Okay.
you're such a nice girl, clawing on that.
Yeah, I'd rather the slow and steady approach than the gung ho. Get it off quick.
Get it off. Yeah, Nick. Well, he's not as experienced sander as you are. I know. I would rather say that what Nick doesn't know about sanding is not worthwhile knowing.
Nick knows. Nick is like the master
Sanding
class
king.
sander. He does the master classes on sanding.
He reckons he'd go 40 grit.
Hell no.
I wouldn't go 40 grit. I would have gone the 120
Hell no.
myself.
If I had a 1200 lying around, I'd go that.
Wouldn't you maybe need like fold it around a wooden piece to make it? Because I'm worried about your fingers if you're gonna put your hand on that.
It's not too bad.
Okay,
Yeah.
so getting into what the P stands for in the grits, I've just Googled it. So there's the United States Coated Administrative Manufacturers Institute, or CAMI, and there's the European FEPA, which is the P grade. So
Yeah,
when
it's
they
so
say P,
confusing to me. Why is it called P when it's a grit?
yeah, well, that's because there's two different standards: the American standard and the European standard. The P designates it's European standard.
But we have sandpaper with P on.
Yes, it's the European standard.
Okay, so he has a European sandpaper.
Yes, or at least the grit is 600 according to the European standard.
Okay. Yeah, the standard. Yeah, it can be difference between the grits. What
Yes,
you call 60 grit, the other called 70 grit or something.
Yeah, something like that. Because there is I'm just having a look at. It's quite a detailed website. This.
I knew it was much to know about sanding. I knew it was specific little tiny bits.
So if we get into something like coarse sandpaper, you've got P40. Now hang on, let's say P30. The average particle diameter is 642 microns, but the American standard 30 grit is only 632 microns. So that's where they're getting into the different standards.
Yeah, Americans have to do it their own ways. As they do it with. Yes, isn't it? I believe there been a difference between an American inch and an English inch, also in the
if
past.
If they could get away with it, they would. Yep.
Yeah.
So P600 is 25.8 microns, but the American standard is 16 microns, so it's almost half.
Aren't you done already, Jay? By the way. Oh, you can feel the tick 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 in your hands. Maybe it would go faster. I can't say it so fast. So.
He's muted.
Yeah, I know, but he hears what I'm saying. Oops, sorry.
Oh, flick.
Blair, you need to unmute if you want to talk.
Sorry, are you talking to me?
Yes, I was.
I was just listening about the different grits of sandpaper and that. I've actually paused what I'm doing.
Yeah. So if it's off Wikipedia, so you take that for what it's worth. But I'll drop the link in the YouTube chat just for fun. There it is. But going down the chart of the grits and comparing the American standard to the European standard and just the difference in the particle diameter is it's interesting. So the American 600 grit is actually almost twice as fine as the European standard 600 grit.
But that's worthwhile to know, especially if you use. Yeah, but in that case, we don't have American sandpaper here at all, because then we all get confused with the grits.
Yeah, well, that's the difference. If there's a P on it, it's the European standard. If there's no P on it, I'm sorry, I'm a child. If there's no P on it, then it's the American standard.
Oh my God, Blair, did you get sad and turn your camera off?
No, just messing around.
You can speak if you want to.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, it looks like in almost every respect, the American standard is twice as fine as the European standard.
How did they came to that conclusion? That's interesting.
America.
But how did they come up to their 600 is like our 1200? I mean,
pretty close. Yep, very close.
And it's interesting how they come to that conclusion. Or is it us that come? Who invented the first sandpaper?
That's a good question too. I reckon it was invented by Monsieur Philippe Abrasive.
Abrasive, of course.
No, it wasn't. I'm just making shit up.
You made it good. I believed you. Nah, he doesn't look angry, does he? You have to be angry to throw a frying pan at someone. Blair never get angry. Maybe he just wanted a coffee or something. That's why he went away. Or his wife got home.
How's it looking, Jay? Do you want to stop it and check your work? Yeah.
In a second. In a minute. Yeah, I knew he wanted something. Oh, what are you munching on?
A Queen Anne chocolate.
Ooh la la. I have no idea what it is, but it sounds good.
It's a cherry with kind of juicy kind of stuff and some
with
other
alcohol
kind of
in it?
Sugar stuff and then covered in chocolate.
Well, I don't like cherry chocolate, but that's okay. You like it, so you're eating it, so it's absolutely marvelous. Yes, good for you. Then I don't have to sit here and want to start drooling because I wanted some too. I mean, that would have been bad. I need to be angry to throw a frying pan because it's bloody heavy. I have a casting iron.
Nice, good job, Jay. You tidied that up nicely, mate.
Yeah,
Jay, the
it looks great.
chatoyance on that is really cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's fabulous, that wood, the lines in it, the grain in it. It's absolutely fabulous.
It just, as it rotates past, you get that glistening, like you say, the chatoyance.
Chatoyance, what is that? Is that a better word for shiny stuff?
It's a fancy way of saying shiny wood.
Ah, okay.
See how it kind of glistens and then it goes dull and then, yeah.
Oh, especially in that point it is like that.
Right. It should have 2 points that it does that.
Are they close to each other, Jay? Is that what you're saying?
It's one is on one side, one's on the other.
Yeah,
It's the ends of the grain, Eva.
Closer to the outer pieces of it.
Without the shine or anything, do you notice how there's a really light patch there? And then it goes dark there. And then it goes light again. And then dark.
Yeah.
So on opposite sides here is the ends of the grain. That's why it's lighter there.
Yeah, that's great.
So that's where the shine comes from that they were just talking about.
Oh, thank you for teaching me fancy wood words. I already forgot it, but that's okay.
All right, that's all right. Just watch the video back now.
Châtain, was that it?
Chatoyance.
Chatoyance.
Just think, chatwang.
Can you spell it for me?
All right,
Please.
it's link day.
I could
There you
probably
go.
never spell that word.
Yeah, put it in the chat or someone. Can someone do that?
Yep,
I
done.
would say Chatoyance. I can't. Now I can't say it. After spelling, why did I do that?
Knowing your language, you'd probably invent a 16-syllable word that means the reflection on the surface of the wood when you polish it to a high degree. Just one word, 16 syllables long.
But thank you, Blair, for teaching me a new word that I will never be able to pronounce again with that spelling. Awesome. I'm giving you 10 thumbs up. I have a bit. I think I have some sort of that spelling thingy that I forgot in my head right now. Autocorrect, I hate that. It's always correcting some wrong words. It's always saying what I'm not saying.
But that's because you swear a lot.
No, not when I'm writing. I just say bloody now and then. It's okay.
Hey.
I trimmed my swearing down a lot. There was too much complaining about that. But I guess we in Sweden, we swear a lot and nobody thinks twice about it. Even in a children's program, they actually swear too. So
Yeah, I remember you saying that once before. I was quite surprised to hear that. I mean, we swear a lot too, but by many people's standards. But for us, it's more of a casual thing, but not around children.
But we had this, like, the Christmas Advents calendar TV. There was 24 episodes and all of in that. That's for kids. They swore in that. With some typical Swedish swear word like fan and yeah.
What does "fan" mean?
Fan. That would probably be translated like, we use it like you would probably, yeah, I can't say it, so.
You can type it into the chat.
Is there not a courteous way to describe what it means? Nope, she's typing.
Anyone that's listening,
it's better to tape.
I was about to say, anyone that's listening that doesn't like swear words, Eva's about to say a swear word, so block your ears.
I'm not saying them out loud. I'm typing them.
Okay.
The devil's not a bad word to say.
Satan.
Oh, okay. Poop. Fan means poop.
Oh yeah, I can say poop, and everybody can think about.
There's nothing wrong with him either. He just gets a bad rap.
Sure does.
The S word. It's Okay. Translates to the S word.
So, when I actually did my first live, I was apparently saying that all the time, and I didn't even think twice of it because that's how we talk over here. So nobody thinks twice about it. So you would probably hear a Swedish person use that word a lot, but it doesn't have the same profound meaning to us. It's like,
yeah, I understand. Yeah.
We don't mean any harm with it.
Well, Americans use the word bloody just to describe like their nose is bleeding. It's not a
well, English people use bloody as something like before they say something to enhance the bad word they're gonna say.
Oh, bloody hell.
So
exactly.
let me
you
give
said
you
it.
the American standpoint of this.
It's bloops.
Exactly. Sorry.
Yeah, I want to hear it, Blair. Please.
So growing up, We have always heard the term bloody, but it's always an English term. However, it was told to us that basically saying bloody was like saying the F word.
Yeah.
And so, it's not a pleasant or something that you would want to say.
It's bad. It's considered a bad word over there,
Yes.
isn't it? Yes,
Okay.
that's what I thought.
I hear like I have a bloody nose all the time. Things like
Now
that.
that's different. I mean, if you have a bloody nose, it means your nose is dripping blood.
Yeah. So we would never say that. We'd say blood nose, but bloody is what it is, and that's it.
And I know what I'd say. I'd say, oh no, my nose is dripping again. Look at.
No, it's like, yeah.
Are you
See
saying
how I
that
bleeped out
instead of
those words?
swearing?
Yeah, I said that I didn't. I left the blanks in the swearing so you can make your own mind up. You see?
Oh, it will be so dirty and bad.
Sorry, Blair, go ahead.
I was going to say, now if we have mucus coming out of our nose, then we just have a runny nose or a snotty nose.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's always nice to hear too that you can have some idea of what you've been exposed to, and then to get it straight from the horse's mouth is always another good experience. Hi, hun. All right, guys.
That's
I'm gonna
always the best.
Catch you later, guys. See ya.
Catch
See you,
you.
Justin.
So, bye.
Yeah, bye. Okay.
I guess someone came home, so he didn't have time for us anymore. So.
Yeah, it's just a couple of things he has to attend to immediately if they arise. That's all.
Yeah, it's okay.
So how you finding it there, Blair?
It's a little rough go.
A little bit tricky to find the holes to put the blade in.
Well, that's part of it. I've already broken a blade.
Oh my!
And I am really missing the little puffer thing because I am having to keep going.
Yeah. So you're just using the big puffer thing.
Yeah.
What about if you just got a bit of tubing and put it over it and then just zip tie it in the spot where you need it?
That's actually what I was thinking about doing, but I don't have any tubing right now.
Yeah, garden hose. Someone leaves their garden hose out, go and snip a bit off,
Isn't that a bit too wide so the puff won't be strong enough?
Yeah, the garden hose was a joke.
Yeah, I was thinking it might work, but it's a bit too wide. Nick had something to say to you, Blair.
I'm actually, hold on, let me pull up chat. I'm on my phone, so I don't get to see.
Yes, it's tricky, that isn't it, on your phone?
I can read it for you if you want.
Let's see here. No, I bloody well don't. There are no bad words. It's just the way that they are used. Blair,
and the next.
you having trouble finding holes as well? Yes. And I think I know where you're going with that.
I didn't say, I said nothing.
I say nothing.
Yeah, I just thought that Blair should read it at least because it was aimed for him, so.
And there's a response to that, but that's really bad, and I'm not going to do that.
I think I never heard that response, but I'm not here to learn the bad responses, so it's okay.
Yeah, just don't let your missus find out that you're having trouble finding holes, hey?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what are you doing, Jay? Are you going to color it?
No.
Why are you putting it to bed?
I've just got to get my pillow. Hang on a sec. Now I'm going to put some clear lacquer on it.
Ah, okay. So you don't want it to. Yeah, yeah. Good choice. Good choice.
Clear lacquer is a bit like hairspray. It sticks like shit to a blanket, and it sticks to everything you don't want it to.
Yeah, that's why you put it to bed.
Yeah.
So, but Nick, what did he colored his big sucking tube last time, didn't he? With a black spray. Didn't you do that? Rust-Oleum 2 times, ultra cover, gloss clear. Woohoo! Glossy, glossy.
Oh, it's actually really good stuff, Eva. There's John C uses it, and a couple other people use it on their wood. It's quite good. I've used a couple of different clear glosses, and it's definitely a good one. And you can get it worldwide. So
Overspraying. Can you really do spray over? Oh no! This sounds like a sinkhole. I'm not going there. I changed my mind, Nick.
that's funny. Come on, Eva. Don't be like that.
Well, there's so much complaining on what I'm saying, so I better watch my tongue all the time.
How do you watch your tongue when it's in your mouth?
Well, you have an inside eye. Don't you have that?
Nah. I'm Australian, mate. It just comes out.
It just blurps out. Well, yeah. It used to, but
if you get your own channel and everyone else that doesn't like it, then
yeah, well,
don't let the door kick you on the way out. That kind of thing.
Yeah, on my channel I say what I like. That's
I've watched a couple of your streams. In fact, I missed one by bloody 10 minutes the other day. I was like, oh.
Ooh. Yeah, but they always a spur of the moment.
Yeah, they're always when I'm asleep.
I know you sprayed more on the one side, Nick. That's why it got black. But it was a bit funny just when it happened. I was actually there and saw it for once. I fell asleep, so I didn't see the rest of stays today.
What stays make, Nick?
Looked like she was going to do a very nice bowl. I always thought that you waste so much when you use a spray like that because it goes to so many other places that onto the wood.
No, it's fine. It's got a good direction. It's got a good direction on it. You ready?
I'm not ready to get sticky. So Nick answered she was doing a platter with some airbrushing on it, but the paint we have didn't work that good. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna have like alcohol paint or something like that, very watery paint for the airbrush. That was a really, really nice gift, by the way. You must have been so happy when you got that, Nick. Did you see it on Facebook that he got a airbrushing kit?
I did. I saw that. That's brilliant. I mean, it is a nice little kit. You're very lucky, Nick.
It was awesome.
Where'd you get it from? How much was it?
It was an silent admirer of some side. No, someone just sent it to him, and he doesn't even know who it was. It just dropped down his mailbox.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, very nice.
I gotta let this cure for a little while, but besides that, I think I'm pretty much done. It's getting bloody hot out here.
Yeah, is it the summery hot again?
Woo! Oh fuck! Yep, I'll put that down. Woo! That's hot. Yeah. I'll pick the temperature gauge up and show you the temperature if I can hold it long enough.
You will get the right type of paints for it. You
I'll
just
order
have
some
to.
brags.
The worst is that the paints with the best pigments in it are always the most expensive. Not always.
Look,
Oh,
it's
is it
gone-
that hot?
It's gone off
Oh.
the scale, quite literally.
I wonder how much that is in
scale.
Celsius. Is it like 50 degrees in there?
No, so it's about mostly about 150, maybe
But what
more.
is that
here
in
at the moment.
Celsius?
That's in Fahrenheit.
I don't do Fahrenheit.
It's 39.
Ooh, that's hot.
With no breeze at all. It's dead.
Oh, it's one of those days, is it?
No, that's South Australia. Period. We always have dry, dead summers.
Ooh, watch out for
Yeah.
the forest fires. They're gonna start now. It's gonna get like that.
Yeah, we don't have forests here, but yeah, I know what you mean. They've already had some fires in New South Wales.
What are those pieces you are holding there?
It's just something I need to glue back together.
Ah,
It's,
okay.
That goes in the drill.
Yeah.
And it's a sander. That's the Velcro for the sander.
Ah, okay. So you can rip it off and change it.
It gets too hot. If you're an idiot like me, and you hold it on the wood for too long, and you heat this up, the Velcro, it unsticks the glue off the back.
I thought it melted.
Nearly. They're not far off. So I'm sticking it back on while that's drying, curing, whatever you want to call it.
So Nick say, I know when we are going to get good weather, when the all starts getting cold weather. Yep, that's for sure. But I can't. It's so funny that England is colder than what I have. England and Scotland and Ireland is colder than in mid Sweden. Is the blue one a bit spongy?
Hey?
The blue bit you're gluing it on, is it a bit spongy? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he looks so cute when he sits there and blows. You can tell that Blair is doing... No, I'm not going there. You see? I stopped before I said it.
I'm what?
Hello, Blair.
Hello.
I stopped before I said anything.
What did you say?
Well, I was about to say, like, you sit there like you do some sort of blow, and then I stopped the rest. Yeah, you have to figure yourself out there. But you're Mr. Shorts guy, Nick. It's cold here. I'm still walking around in shorts. Yeah, that's you. And one bloke in Stockholm, he walks in shorts and t-shirt all year round. I don't think he has socks even in his shoes. I think he have like tennis shoes or something like that. But otherwise, he's always in shorts.
Wow.
Yep. But some people some people just do that. I don't know why they want to do that, but he always moving, that guy. He never stands still. He always moving. And it's not a thin guy either. He has a bit of a belly and stuff, but he still goes around like that. But it's nice that all the people is not the same. Nick, are you actually going outside and when you go shopping and stuff like that in your shorts and your t-shirt also? Or do you put any bigger, more clothing on, like a jacket or anything? All the time. Brrr. Oh, see? Yeah, show again, Blair. From the other side.
Right.
Oh.
All right, folks, I'm going to knock it on the head there. I'm going to leave it with the tenon as the base.
Yeah, it got a nice shine now.
Yeah, it has. There you go.
It's really, really nice. If it was here in Sweden, we would have made a lamp out of that.
Yep.
A window lamp. Yep.
Yeah, that's really nice, Jay.
Maybe because it's so dark here, so we need nice little lamps to lit up our world.
Yeah, maybe, eh? Oh, cheers for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jay.
Cheers for having me.
You guys have a good evening.
Same to you, Blair.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye, Nick.